What have we got here? Oh, we got a few eggs.
I learned how to sing.
Let's collect these up.
Then I thought I wanted money so I could buy this thing. When I found it was as empty as could be, and now I'm still.
Yes, I know. These used to be these would be your babies if our rooster didn't die. Thank you. Thanks, girls. You're the best. See ya.
The only thing I haven't found somehow. There are other places, there are a million pretty faces, but I want it's where I am.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Amber from Family Life. I'm here. Oh, I'm a little out of breath. I just ran up the hill. Give me a second. Sorry, I was out here for a run with Sky. Anyways, I am here today, week of Halloween, and unfortunately my little guy was a little bit under the weather, so we didn't actually make it out to do some trick-or-treating. So I decided that I would do a little bit of a scavenger hunt for him. Frank went the next day after trick-or-treating and got a few bags of treats. Here, I'll show you what he got. All of the good stuff was gone, the chocolates and the chips and things, but he got him a few treats. Eli's not picky. You know what? A treat is a treat, right? So at the end of the day, we're gonna put these in a section for him to find. I've got a few clues throughout the property that he has to find, and he'll get his bounty. Now, one of the first clue here, I don't know if you can see here, I'm just gonna put it up here, is at this willow tree. So I kind of wanted to share just quickly. I always had visions of myself living in a property where I had a willow tree, and so this property is so gorgeous. It's got 5 of them. So anyways, that's kind of just a little bit of a tidbit. I just love the willow trees. I think they're just such a majestic tree. They're so wispy and so beautiful, and yeah, so we've got quite a few around this property, which I love. My dog sneaks up behind me and scares the living bejeebers out of me. I don't know where she is right now. She's usually right behind me. Sky! Come on, baby girl. Anyways, I'm off to the next clue, and hopefully he does well. So I'm kind of new to the whole farming thing and the country living. Sorry, I got distracted here. And I'm a little bit thinking, that looks like a cow patty. This is private property. We don't have cows. And I'm just curious to know if one of our neighbor's cows got over here. Probably made his way back. Hopefully it's not still out here, because I know he has a lot of bulls. But that is not a bull patty. Such a thing. Anyways, there's my girl. Uh-oh, you're gonna be covered in burrs, Missy. It's a little bit cool. I'm just gonna lay out the rest of these little clues for Eli, and hopefully he can find his bounty. But thanks for coming along. Come and enjoy the adventure. I'm gonna place this last clue, and I'm hoping that the others stayed. I have a feeling they didn't, but I'll tell him what they were so he can kind of just know where he's going next. And this is his last and final clue. Whoa. Okay, guys. Oh, look at this. Okay. So I'm gonna just whisper it because I don't want to miss it. We have this resident blue heron. I think I videotaped it the last time, but I never got this close to it before. And this was where I was heading, was to the bridge. But first, I want you to see this. He sits there and hunts for frogs, and it's a pretty fascinating bird. Oh, I wish I had a wider lens. I'm gonna just see how close we can. Okay. I'm just gonna see how close we can get without her taking off. I just think she's a really fascinating bird. A lot of people are like, you don't want that thing on there. Oh, there she goes. Oh, I don't know if I got it. Anyways, let's go get Eli and see whether or not any of these little tricks or these little clues stuck around. Oh shoot. I'm sure they've blown off, but anyways. All right, so what is happening here?
Scavenger hunt.
So you found your first 2 clues?
Yeah.
All right, we're off to our next 3rd clue. Let's go. Okay, first clue was at the willow tree.
No, first clue was at the.
Well, yes.
But Mom, I hope you know, these aren't strong enough to swing.
Here they are. Guaranteed. You won't pull it off.
No.
All right, let's go to the 3rd clue. Heading to our next clue. The temperatures are going to be going up to the double digits here in the next couple of days, so I think I might take advantage of that and get out and cut some of my Christmas boughs and do my urns, get that kind of stuff done so that the outside lights hung. I always seem to inevitably wait until it is the coldest day of the year and my urns are solid, frozen solid, and yeah, it's almost impossible and our fingertips are freezing and everyone's miserable, so I'm gonna try and get it done earlier this year. So he found his next clue. Off to the next one.
You must go to the place where they start as brown, they turn white, then yellow. Like BBs.
They start brown, but they have become white and yellow.
Okay, let's go.
You
Let's
know,
go there.
you know
I
where?
know where that is.
Okay.
Can you?
Don't forget your paper.
Okay, so I just figured out the clue.
I thought he knew the clue before when we were still over there, but he was going to the wrong place.
It wasn't my frying pan that's nailed up on the tree. It starts brown, then white and yellow. We just got chickens, so it's the chickens. It's their eggs.
I thought for sure he knew that when we were at the last clue, but apparently he didn't. He was heading to the wrong clue. And I was like, anyways, we're heading to the eggs.
Hey, I bet you the chickens ate the paper. Look at you. Think we got some. Oh. Why'd you have to put it on the ground?
I did it. It was taped up. I guess the tape, I already said, the tape is terrible.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken. Or the chicken. No, the egg came first if you're talking about growing a chicken, because it starts in the egg and then it hatches out. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Go to the place where you forgot the. Where the little red sweetness grows, plus a pan used to fry this egg hangs. You did a terrible job writing this.
I think you just did a terrible job reading it. Oh, did it blow away?
The clue blew away, but
Where did the clue go? Oh, it blew off. There it is. Oh, Sky's into your treats. Sorry you didn't get to go this year. Here, open up your pillowcase. And now
Look at how much dents there are.
you don't even need to share this. I'm just kidding. You actually do. Like I said, you only have a couple.
How many are you dropping?
You get the whole bucket. That's about how much you would have normally got.
Treat.
Take that back to the house and I'll be in to make lunch shortly.
Trick or treat. If you're gonna make lunch, why don't I just eat this?
Oh yeah, that's good.
I
That's
got
a
my
good.
lunch.
Yeah, you got your lunch. That's good lunch. No. Okay, so we put Odin away. The sun is in my eyes there. It's hard to. The sun is nice and we just had lunch. We're out back at the RV. We are putting Odin away for the season to dry them. Ah. All right, so we're gonna finish putting this stuff back in the trailer for the winter. We store it here in the garage. I take all my stuff and put it in these totes so that the little critters in case
Are you
we have-
videoing?
Yeah.
Well, I just want all my audience, not my audience, my fans, not my fans, my subscribers to know that we're selling our unit. We're downsizing a little bit. So anybody that's interested in buying it, just come.
It's a bit big. We love it. It's a perfect unit for somebody who is selling home and traveling and
Somebody that wants to do some YouTubing on the road.
staying in it as a primary, moving out of their sticks and bricks into full-time RVing. This is a beautiful unit to do that. Weekend warrior stuff, it's a bit big for us. So a little premature for us right now in this season, so we're going to try and see if we can kind of downsize and get something a little bit more manageable. So yeah, we like to camp. We're definitely not interested in not doing that anymore, but we are trying to. I'll link a video up top here. I did a tour of this unit. It's actually quite a lovely unit. It's so nice to travel. It's very comfortable and very luxurious. But if you're interested, we are looking at getting rid of Odin.
Yeah. Do you want to put the bicycles in here or no? Yeah, you gave me the thumbs up and then you forgot to hit the play button. Okay, so listen, when you're starting a homestead, this is not an easy thing to do. We are learning as we go. And one of the things that you have to remember here in Ontario, Canada, is we have some very deep winters. We have some deep temperatures. We may not get a ton of snow anymore, but we get some deep stuff like minus 20 degrees Celsius, minus 30 degrees Celsius. And the one thing that I've learned about these chickens, because this is our first year with chickens, this is my first winter. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that I don't lose any chickens, because you know, they're producing and they've become part of our family. So one of the things that I was concerned about was the cold, the deep cold. I built a Justin Rhodes Chickshaw. So anyways, I built the Chickshaw with the intention of exactly what the reasoning was. Move it around, build up your, you know, all of the things that it does for the grass and for the garden. It really makes a big difference. And if you move it around a lot, it'll help rebuild your ground underneath the Chickshaw. So, but this winter, I was going to build a static coop. What I realized is that these chickens are really bred for any weather, like a dog, like an animal that's outside. They will adapt. They will take themselves from, you know, summer coat to winter coat. And really, at the end of the day, homesteading is just a hobby farm. I mean, that's really all it is. But with the evolution of YouTube and all these other platforms, it's become, instead of hobby farm, now it's become homestead. And, you know, I'm not in this for the money, I'm in it for the growth. Because we do want to grow the food, and we do want to take it out of the supermarkets and put it into our own gardens and grow what we want to grow, so that our family can eat, you know, safe. And you know, that's the biggest key for us is, you know, we want to make sure that our children are understanding that gardening is and should be a part of life. So the chickens is just the, you know, one of the evolutions with the eggs, and the eggs have been fantastic. We're getting 8 to 10 eggs every single day. So one of the things that we've decided to do is I decided to put up a shelter, and the shelter, because the chickens do still need to have room to move, regardless of whether it's -40 or -5, they still need room to move. So I decided to put up a little shelter here that gives my chickens an opportunity to get out of their coop, move around, and I didn't want to have to worry about you know, the snow and shoveling around them and stuff like that. But anyways, let me go show you what we did. Okay, so this is what we worked on this year. So this is the modifications that I made to the Chickshaw. The Chickshaw originally had a flat roof, which I took off, and I put on a higher roof. This is the original roof, and this roof it's a flat roof. It's open. You can open this roof in the summertime so that you can get a nice airflow. The chickens do like to sunbathe, so you open that up and they can sit in the tractor and they can get themselves all bathed in. But this year, for the winter, I decided to take this off just because it didn't really give us a lot of height. So I took this off, and I'll put it back on in the summer because it is nice for the summertime. It makes it way lighter. I've probably added on about 250 pounds to my tractor, my chicken tractor, which is a lot of weight. This thing here weighs maybe 20 pounds, maybe. It's 5 or 6 2x2s and some roofing plastic. So, but anyways, let me show you what we did here on what you can do to your chicken tractor. If you guys want directions on how to build this, don't ask me because I don't remember. No. I will certainly be happy to send over my directions on how I built this. But originally the lid was here, and I had 2 latches on either side of the Chickshaw, and you just flapped it up, and then my steel pipe that we used to use here would go through these holes here, and you could literally walk it around wherever you wanted. So when I took off that lid, I put on this, and I just used all scrap. To be honest with you, I wasn't buying a piece. I got lots of scraps around, and I did. I had lots of scrap plywood, and I had lots of scrap 2x4s. So I just built another lid on it, put a nice slope, because originally I wasn't going to do this cover. I did a really steep slope on this so that the snow would slide off the back. But then I changed my mind and decided to go with this. I think this is going to be a better system for the chickens. I didn't put any shingles on it because and you know, just a tip, don't nail any of this stuff. Screw everything so that you can take it apart when you want to take it apart. And if we slide around the back here, I'll show you what I got going on back here. So this is the back side of the Chickshaw, and again, I put a nice long overhang on it just so that the snow didn't come down. But here's this is where they lay. So this is their laying boxes here. Do I have any more eggs in here? No. But anyways, my laying boxes are here. I just keep a little bit of straw. I got a nice big overhang here just in case I don't go with my cover. But that being said, I think this is going to work out just fine. I had to put a blanket across the top there just to protect the tarp because I didn't want it to get tore up because it was a little higher than I was expecting. But listen guys, this is the new Chickshaw. This is the modified version. If you want, again, I'm going to put a link down below for you. If there's any questions you have on how to build this and where I got the parts for it, almost, well, 95% of all the stuff that I got for this came right from Home Depot. A couple of small things that I had to get was the tires. I had to order the tires on Amazon, and they're just a run flat, and I'll put some information for that as well. and then some threaded rod. I mean, there's a whole slew of things that I got from Home Depot, and that's basically how I put this together. So I think that anybody can do this. It's nice and easy, it's clean, it's fantastic, because when you roll this thing around, you leave behind all the crud that they produce, and you just move on to another spot, and it fertilizes the grass, and it does a good thing. It's a really good thing. So from what I've learned, the front of the Chickshaw still needs to have ventilation. So you still need to have the wire on the front. So originally the roof was about here. So I took off the roof and I built this whole top, put a different door on it. I got this door from good friends of my son's. And what I did was I hung their food inside. Again, these are all the things that I'm learning from these people, you know, because they do move around a lot inside the Chickshaw. So you have to hang their food. I'm going to build a little pedestal for their water plate. Because I do have a heated water bowl. That's really the only heat I'm going to have in there is the water bowl. I'm not going to have any heat light. I did put a bit of insulation on the side walls just to keep the wind from blowing. But this shelter, what I'm hoping it's going to achieve for us is it's going to allow this area, it's about a 10 by 10 area, plus under the shaw as well. It's going to allow them to come out and not be in the snow, walk around. And I'll keep I'm going to put 6x6s down the sides, and hopefully they can be protected from the snow and still come out and still do, you know, what chickens do. And you know, because you want to keep them happy, and you want to keep them laying through the winter. The bottom of the Chickshaw, because it's a movable Chickshaw, it was initially a wire base. So the wire base is here, and that just, you know, so when they're in there roosting at night and they poop, all the poop goes down through the wire, and then it, you know, it's easy, it keeps it clean. But I'm doing a deep bed method for the chickens this year for heat. I'm not going to install any heat lights. I'm not going to put any anything in here to keep them warm, because I want them to build up their coats. So what I did was I put a plywood base down over top, and I'm going to allow them to do a deep bed method, which that means is you're going to add straw, you're going to add wood chips, and you're going to mix it in with their poop, and eventually it'll pack down, and the heat from that will rise back up. One of the things that the chickens will get is they will get frostbite on their cones if they have moisture built up inside the Chickshaw, inside the coop. So you don't want to have any moisture build up, because if it does, their cones will turn black. And if their cones turn black, that means they've got some frostbite. Their feet will also get frostbite, and moisture is the biggest problem. So airflow is success for that. So I'm thinking that I'm going to try this winter. If it doesn't work out, if I end up losing some chickens, or if something goes wrong, next year I'll look at making some alterations to it. But you know, in this climate, what zone are we? Zone 4?
5B.
5B, we're zone 5B, and you know,
For gardening, I don't know, I'm going to assume that's...
We're very outdoorsy people. We spend time skiing and snowmobiling and doing stuff outside, so you know, we're very accustomed to the cold weather, and we prepare for that. But for chickens, I just don't know how to manage the chickens and make sure that they're okay. And you know, what I've learned is airflow is the key to success. They actually do build an awfully nice coat. Let me see if I can get one. So these chickens are going to really puff up, and
these are we got these. They are called Long Island Reds.
Yeah,
they do have long combs and gullets. Oh, her sleep. They do have bigger combs, which is concerning.
Yeah, so but I think we'll be successful. I think we'll be okay. And this shelter is, I mean, they're built for Canadian snow, so I know that it's going to be okay. I mean, with the design of this, all the snow should fall down on this, also across the back, because there's a couple of holes in the back corners. So this should be okay. I feel good about it. And like I said, I'm not adding any heat to it. Yeah, you can see the hole there in the bottom corner, so I'm going to put a 6x6 there and kind of cover that up, because I'll keep the door open during the day so they can come and go as they please out here, and there should be no snow on the ground, because they will get frostbite if they're walking around in the snow. You know, this year, pivotal year for us because, you know, we weren't going to, you know, as a homestead, I mean, you have to have animals. You know, we're trying to learn, we're trying to garden, we're trying to get the eggs, we're going to do some goats, we're going to do some sheep. All those things are going to progress into next year. And I'm really hoping that what you guys can learn from us and what I can learn from you gives everybody an opportunity to try this and to do this, because it's not easy to do. It's not like I'm out here every morning, I feed these guys, and then I go to work, and then I come back and I would collect my eggs, and then, I mean, I'm not going to be a full-time homesteader. I'm going to be a part-time homesteader because I still have a full-time job. So that is probably going to be, I would say, 80% of the people that are out there that are going to be, and you know what they say about percentages, 92.7% of all percentages are made up at the time that you say them. But I would imagine that 80% of all homesteaders are going to be part-time, because you need to have a job, you need to pay your bills, and this is the things that you're doing just to stay busy. So if you've got some space that you want to have chickens, if you've got some space for a garden, you got to go for it. Do it, because it's the best thing for your family. It's the best thing for you. It keeps you healthy, keeps you active. You know, yeah, it's smelly and your hands get on them, and you know, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of satisfaction when I get when I come home from work and I come in here and collect my eggs and I pull 8 to 10 eggs out of here. I'm like, yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing this. Okay guys, it's Frank from Family Life signing off. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and remember, for your chickens' health, make sure they stay dry, make sure there's lots of circulation, and they'll be great. Talk to you soon. I'm just glad she didn't poop on me. She wasn't happy. So listen, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. We want to keep doing these videos for you because we're learning and we want other people to learn, people that watch us and follow us. We will do our best to teach you what we know. And if you have any suggestions, don't forget to leave us a comment and we'll certainly respond to that. But have a great day. Stay safe. Be well.
It's the only me There are other places, there are a million other faces.
Bye, girls.